It's important to take breaks from social media so you don't become dependent on other people's opinions and understandings of life. When you submerge yourself in social media to a point where it's an everyday thing and you don't give it a break, you unconsciously become more dependent on others. And I'm not saying that that's normally a bad thing, but too much of anything can be a bad thing. And too much social media is definitely a bad thing. Not only does it have negative effects on your brain, but it takes away that it has the potential to take away some of your resourcefulness. You know, if you can just look it up online instead of just going out and experiencing whatever it is, you know, you're looking for on your own, sometimes you can fall into this trap. This is the same trap that self-help books a lot of people fall into, myself included at one point. You know, you read these books and you're not experiencing this stuff, but you're reading it and then you're regurgitating these words out or these ideas, and you're not really living, you know, what's going on. And so it kind of cheapens it, you know. I read a thing about self-help books. It says that self-help books defeat the purpose because isn't helping yourself, you know, doesn't that mean you literally are doing the helping, not the book? But I mean, self-help books are good, of course. But back to the topic, like all these things, they can have the potential to take away from your experiences. I mean, not your experiences, your ability to figure things out on your own if you use it incorrectly. And by incorrect use, I mean like just scrolling, you know, endless scrolling, mindless scrolling. You know, first of all, it can waste time. Second of all, you run the risk of, you know, looking at things you don't want to see. You know, your mental diet is important. That means the things that you take in mentally on a daily basis. And social media can sometimes be like junk, junk food. You know, a lot of that stuff is junk, you know. So limiting that is important. Making sure that you give yourself a break. Making sure you go, you know, some time without it, because you cheating yourself if you don't really. You know, the world is become more social media centric. I mean, it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but the most important thing is you and your mental health. And getting off that social media, man, it's like a weight. It's like a weight off your shoulders, especially if you've been like addicted to it or entrenched in it. You know, and with anything, addiction can be hard to break. Getting off social media, you might find that you have a hard time doing that. You know, so the key is just, again, like take it slow, take it small steps. You know, see if you can go 2 hours without checking your notifications, you know. Then, you know, go up to like 4 hours or however much. But the key is to take breaks. Take breaks, however small, however large you need them to be. The longer the better. You know, as you take breaks from this stuff, your mind settles. You become more, you know, aware of things. You become more in tune with yourself. You become more grounded. You get more mental clarity, less mental fog. You're less distracted. You know, you're less distractible. You know, because all that stuff divides your attention so much. Literally, looking at these posts, all these individual posts about anything and everything, it splits your attention so much that you don't even really get to process what you're viewing. Half that stuff you don't remember. half that stuff you're not gonna remember. Half that stuff is just backwater in some part of your psyche somewhere, just taking up space. Where you could be outside, enjoying the weather or doing something different, playing a game or something, or, something different, doing something productive, or even just resting, chilling out, letting your mind just settle, doing some Tai Chi or something. But yeah, your mental diet is important, and that's the next thing I want to get into. The things you take in, like, and I'm not talking about food, I'm talking about the things you see, like, and the things you allow yourself to see. So, like, social media, YouTube videos, the movies you watch, podcasts you listen to, and especially your music, the music that you listen to. All these things have the power to influence and change how you view the world. So it's important to make sure that the stuff you taking in is good stuff. This ties back into my video about affirmations and affirmative words and the power of intentions, because these are words and actions being projected onto you. And you taking these things in, it affects you. It affects you in minute ways, but these minute ways, they are more impactful than you think they are. Listening to that song about, somebody hurting somebody or somebody beating them up or, doing negative things, it affects your psyche. And if your environment's already rough and, you're already in a negative environment, it's not going to help you much. So, yeah, change the things that you take in. Change your mental diet. Assess your mental diet. Is what you're listening to, watching, or seeing, is it good for you? Is it productive? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Just ask yourself these things. Ask yourself, is what I'm looking at gonna help me? Is it gonna serve me? Or is it gonna hurt me? Or is it just not serving any purpose at all? And if it's those latter two, then you might as well let it go. So, mental diet is just as important, if not more important, than your physical diet. And sometimes it's good to take a fast. Like I said, take breaks from these things. Take a break from YouTube. Take a break from YouTube. Take a break from, I don't know, social media. I do know. Take a break from that stuff and watch your mental diet. Yeah, that's it. I feel those things are important because this is our society now. There's technology, there's social media, AI is coming up. It's important not to get too enmeshed in these things, not to get too engrossed, too absorbed. Oh, that's another thing. So I'm not done. With the social media, you can become absorbed in like what other people are doing, and it'll translate to how you interact with others. If you're not mindful, you'll copy these. You'll copy, like, the way you look at social media is going to be the way you interact with others. And what I mean by that is, if you're constantly looking outward, looking at all these other things that people are posting, and you're looking at somebody who just got a nice new car or new house, somebody's over here making millions of dollars doing whatever, or somebody else over here is doing this and this guy doing that, then you'll start to look at others in real life and be like, ooh, like, damn, they got this, or dang, why they get that, or you'll you'll replicate those behaviors because that's what you're practicing, you know. So watch that, you know. If you looking at social media, be intentional about it, you know. Look at things that, if you're gonna do it, you know, do it well. Look at constructive things. Look at things that'll give you skills that'll be productive for you, that'll add to your spirit or add to your mental, or, you know, help you start some positive new habit or something you can learn from. But be mindful of looking outward for validation, for confirmation of stuff. You can confirm things yourself by going for it. Now, of course, use your discernment. You know, if it's something you really want to look up and you need, of course, look it up. But if it's something you feel like you can do, and you like, let me look this up to see if I should do it. Like, to see if it's, should I do this, or how should I do this? Or say, for instance, you want to run. You know you should run, but you're like, I'm not sure how much I should run. You know, I feel like I should run 3 miles. Go with your feeling. Go for it. See how it feels when you run that 3 miles. Then look up, okay, well, what's a good, you know, mileage? But the important part is to give yourself the experience before you look outside of yourself for the experience. You know, don't go online and be like, oh, how much should I run? You know, look up how many miles I should run, and then just go off of what other people say. You feel it out. You run however much you want to run, and based off that, choose. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. There's a few things on my mind. You know, I want you guys to enjoy your day, and if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share it. You know, see y'all next time.